Good morning, Nintendo fans. Do you want to know which Nintendo titles won the best of at Gamescom? And do you want to know what the final games list is for the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection? I have all that news and much, much more. This is Darth Spriggan, coming to you by way of Darth Spriggan Media, and we need to get started right away because I want to try to keep this video under 10 minutes. All right, the first piece of news we have today, Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight has been announced finally for the Nintendo Switch 2. So they didn't announce this during Gamescom initially, but it has been confirmed. So I will be playing this game because of one reason. They have a Batman Sense mode where it shows you where you need to build and take down Legos, and that's been my biggest problem playing Lego games. I can never get past those parts, never knew when to build stuff and break them down. So thank you guys for recognizing that, for the Lego fans that are noobs out there when it comes to your games. So we'll be getting this next year in 2026. All right, next, if you live in Europe, right, you will be able to download and play Monster Hunter Stories 2 free of charge all the way up until the 28th, full game. So make sure you do that. That is important. If you want to check out this game because of the hype that's been brought on by Monster Hunter 3, you could download this if you live in Europe. I think there's a few other places that can do it as well. It says UK, Australia, and New Zealand. So congratulations to you guys who will be able to play this game for free. All right, next big story. This is what I was talking about, the best of Gamescom. So I'm gonna read through some of this here. The recent Switch 2 release of Donkey Kong Bonanza has taken out as best gameplay. And I will say that is 100% true. That's the best game as far as gameplay that I played this year. It beat out Resident Evil Requiem. It even beat out Mario Kart World, which is awesome. So Mario Kart World missed out on the gameplay award, but it did win the best Nintendo Switch 2 game at the show, beating out Donkey Kong and Metroid Prime 4. So apart from this, Pokemon was the winner of the best booth, and Capcom won the award for best lineup. And the anticipated indie title, Hollow Knight Silksong, won the best trailer. So those are all the best ofs at Gamescom. Nintendo, congratulations. And Super Mario Kart World, thank you for making a great game, and you won the best Nintendo Switch game. I could kind of agree with that. I can see where they're going with that, but I would have picked Donkey Kong, but I don't have a problem with Mario Kart winning that award. All right. Next, if you're a fighting game fan and if you are playing the Street Fighter 6 on the Nintendo Switch 2, there is a new controller I want to call it fight stick, but it's more like a hitbox. As you can see here in the picture, I might pick this up. I got to convince myself to do it. These fight sticks are fighting pads or controllers are made without a joystick. So it's $89.99. It works with the Switch 2, and PC. So if you're interested in this, they made one, 8-bit Dio. They made it. I'm excited about it, but you got to train your brain not to have a fight stick anymore. I might do this because I like to challenge myself. So I'm showing you some pics of it. The only con that the reviewer had about this that I saw that was relevant, that the buttons are kind of loud, but he gave it a whopping 9 out of 10. So he said the stick buttons are way too loud and it's currently not compatible with Mac version on the app. So he gave it all these pros on what the controller is very good at. So if you want to pick this up, go ahead. I am bringing this to you because I think it's important. It is a reasonable price for a very good, fighting pad. I don't quite know what to call it yet because I never used one of these, but my boys that play fighting games swear by these hitbox type of controller. So there you go. I just wanted to bring that to your attention. If you want to play Street Fighter 6 in a different way and you want to train your brain and to do something different when it comes to fighting games, I might be getting that in the near future. Next, this game, Varley, the release date, you don't see this often, the release date got pushed forward. So the game will not be releasing on August 27th. I am a sucker for high school demonic type, horror games, and this is one. I haven't made a decision if I'm going to pick it up yet because there's so much stuff going on in the next week or so. I will probably still be playing Ashes of Creation and Gears of War going into Kirby, so this is falling at the wrong time for me, but I will most likely add it to my wish list and buy it in the future. But if you were looking forward to this game, here you go. You have it coming to you sooner than expected. Next, the top 10 eShop games for the week. We'll go through this. Again, Tiny Bookshop is won for the second week in a row. I need to look into this more. I know people liked it from the Indie Showcase, but man, 2 weeks in a row at number 1, that means something. Super Mario Party Jamboree 2, Super Smash Brothers is at 3, Mario Kart 8 is at 4, Hogwarts Legacy still in the top 10, Minecraft still in the top 10, Discounty, which was a new release that we talked about on the podcast, is number 7, Animal Crossing New Horizons is 8, Nintendo Switch Sports number 9, and a game that I've always wanted to buy on release, but it's coming out at the wrong time, Super Robot Wars Y. Again, a game I'll be adding to my wish list and buying later at a discounted price. So that is the top 10. Congratulations to these guys. This is a list of the top 30. There are some new titles on this list. Shantae Advance and Shinobi Art of Vengeance made this list as well. But that is your top 10 of the games that you probably want to pick up and play this weekend. All right, Final Fantasy VII Remake apparently runs at 40 frames per second on the Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we've been playing games at 30 frames per second for many years in the past, and the games look pretty good. 40 frames per second on a handheld is actually not that bad. It sucks seeing that number, but this is not a twitchy game. This is not a first-person shooter or a competitive game. For 40 frames per second is actually not that bad. So if you were wondering about this game and how it's performing on the Nintendo Switch 2, it did get a comment that it is running really well on the Switch 2 during Gamescom. So if there's something that you want to pick up, don't be worried about the low frames per second. They're saying it runs smooth as hell. All right, and they might improve it as well, but by the time it releases, you just never know. All right, the last bit of news I got is the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection Final Games lineup. I'm going to run through this really quick so you guys will know what the games are. You can pause it here and see it. You get Mortal Kombat Arcade, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, and Game Gear. Mortal Kombat 2, Arcade, Super Nintendo, Genesis, Game Boy, and 32X. Wow, 32X version. Mortal Kombat 3, you get the Arcade, Super Nintendo, and Genesis version. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, Arcade, WaveNet Arcade, and Super Nintendo. That's a big one. Mortal Kombat Trilogy 1996, the PlayStation version. Surprised they didn't put the N64 one on there. Mortal Kombat 4 Arcade, Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero. From the PlayStation version, you got the Mortal Kombat Special Forces. Never heard of that one. Was on the PlayStation. You get Mortal Kombat Advance, Game Boy Advance, Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Game Boy Advance, and rounding out Mortal Kombat Tournament Edition, Game Boy Advance as well. So this is a nice beefy lineup. So that is everything that's coming with this version of the Legacy Collection. All we need now is just a release date, and I know you guys are ready. All right, gamers, that's all I got. I want to get this video out to you guys. Thank you so much for all your support. Share and like the video if you can. I will be out today making more videos and live streaming later on today. I'll be doing some Grounded 2 with my boys, and I'll be starting off my day with some City Heroes. That's all I got for now. Game on. Talk to you soon. Darth, Spriggan, out.